Welcome again to your monthly forecast, Capricorn. It's August 2012. I'm Dadichi Toth, Principal Astrologer and founder of astrology.com.au. Thanks for joining me. Right now I'm looking at your chart. The Moon has just passed a very potent conjunction of Pluto, and it's going to move to its full moon phase very early in the month, probably in the first 2 or 3 days. So what this is telling me, especially with some of the other aspects from Mercury, you could be a little bit overwhelmed by emotion, a little bit confused in your thinking, and not seeing clearly. And because this full moon takes place in your second house of finance, it's not like you. It's not like you to be missing little key factors in the conversation. You need your pen and your paper. I think you're going to assume, for example, if you're going to a meeting in this first week, that you're going to be able to retain it all, you're going to understand it all, and that's probably not the case. You could be left with egg on your face if there are pertinent facts and information that you should have compiled or documented, and you're not prepared for that. So be prepared, the old Baden-Powell motto for the Scouts, if you recall. You don't want to be caught out. There's some sudden changes in your home life when the moon moves through the sign of Aries. That's going to happen after the 5th of August. A couple of days there where there could be some, possibly even explosive. I'm not going to say explosive, because this is not a bad aspect. You've got some nice trine aspects from Mercury and the Sun on those dates, which could be just a lot of fun, maybe unexpected guests popping in, a bit of laughter, a bit of humour. So you should savour that, as that should be quite a good couple of days for you. Your ruling planet Saturn, you might have recalled me talking about that last month. The conjunction, that's the combination of Mars quickly moving in on your ruling planet just now. And that's never a great combination, and for you particularly, because for the most part, I mean, I know there's some Capricorns that are the exception to the rule, but generally we say Capricorn is, slow and steady, wins the race. Here you've got this high-powered Mars slamming into the back of you. It's like a car just hitting you from the back end. Come on, move, fast forward. You're going at your own pace. So in terms of interpreting these planets, we can actually see these planets as above, so below, possibly as someone who is really pushing you at this time. Now, when are the dates of this? It occurs up until the 15th. So even now this is starting, but you'll see this particular influence intensify over the 2 weeks. And interestingly, there is around this same time a new moon, and this takes place in your zone of finances, savings, insurances, all of these areas, along with the Sun is there and Mercury is there. So there's a whole new paradigm, a whole new shift taking place. Now, whilst you might not like this guy ramming up your rear end, that Mars, it is something I think that's going to push you. It is, after the event, going to be regarded by you as something that you needed. You know what I'm talking about here. Often, when we're pushed, we're not ready for it. Our egos get in the road. But 2020 hindsight often shows us that these are the very things that have helped propel us forward and to move into a much, much better situation. And that's what I'm seeing for you through these rather difficult aspects. The seeds of great things are in those events that are often difficult. I've just done another video, if you want to look at it there. It's on your ruling planet. It's called Saturn and Resistance, and how a lot of the problems in our lives are caused by this very thing, this sense of resistance. And it's funny because if you're talking philosophically, you look at the Buddhist teachings, he says this. He says the source of all pain really is simply resistance. And even in the Bible, that JC says, resist ye not evil. By that, it doesn't mean let everyone, shoot them up. I think what he's saying there is that the more we resist some of the things in our lives that we find uncomfortable, the more we create problems out of that. Doesn't mean not fixing those problems, but it means being receptive and open enough to just see what if. And that's what this is. Someone is going to give you a bit of a nudge. I guess call it a nudge, maybe more like a kick up the butt. And that will work to your advantage this month. I mean, I've focused on that quite a bit because I think it's such an important thing. Mars will move out of the orb of your ruling planet when it passes into the sign of Scorpio, and that takes place on the 24th of August. Now that is interesting too because it has a lot to do with your relationship with friends. The sign of Scorpio is a very friendly sign to you, and having its ruling planet there, the last part of this month shows that your focus will definitely shift to friends generally, or I'm getting the sense here it could be some one friend, and I'm wondering whether this nudge up the butt is a good friend, and maybe a bit of tension that forms that until after the event, and then you realise just what a favour this person has done for you, and that actually this is a fixed sign, what we call an immovable sign, so the friendship will remain intact and should grow stronger as a result of some of these things that are happening for you. I have to keep these brief, but I do look forward to hearing from you next month, at least seeing you if you don't want to send me an email, but if you do choose to do that, you can do it at astrology.com.au, and I hope you have a great month. Take care now. Bye.